So good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Brilliant Businesses podcast. I'm Nick Bryant, and this morning I'm with Emma Pearce from Pearce Marketing. Morning, Emma.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Good to see you. Thank you for asking me to come in and talk to you. It's lovely to be here. So a bit of background about Pearce Marketing. They are a marketing agency based in East Sussex, and they help small to medium-sized businesses with traditional, which is important, as well as digital marketing across East Sussex and beyond. And Emma's going to tell us a bit about her story, but she told me earlier that once she did a marketing degree, she cleared off to Australia and sort of went on a journey and adventure. So let's start with that. Why did you do that?
Okay, well, it comes down to actually for years, even through school, I remember planning my trip around the world. I've just always wanted to travel and always got excitement from that. And so it was actually my mum who saw an advert in a Sunday newspaper when I was just doing my final degree exams and said, "Oh, I know you've wanted to travel. I've just seen a job in Sydney. Do you want to take a look at it?" And I did. And I went with £100 in my pocket and just jetted off. And it was very exciting. The job when I got there was dreadful.
Oh, was it?
So, yes, I left that very quickly. But my English accent got me another job quite quickly.
Okay, right. That must have been a bit of a journey. So when the job out there was in marketing, though?
Well, it wasn't initially, but then I did get one that was in marketing.
Okay.
And so it was another useful stepping stone for career later.
Yeah. And then you came back again, and then you went off to New Zealand or something like that?
I did. The bug was well and truly there, but I went and had a really good marketing job in London with a big legal company, a global company there.
Yeah.
And then got my New Zealand working holiday visa.
Okay.
And went there for 18 months and ended up working for IBM on a global marketing team.
Wow.
So it was a fantastic experience. I got sponsored by them and stayed longer than my initial visa would have allowed me to.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really good.
It was a good sort of stomping ground or a growing ground for marketing, working for somewhere IBM on a big campaign like that.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, most of my career after that in London was all corporate as well.
Okay.
And, it wasn't until later that I got into the small to medium-sized enterprise market at a local level.
Yeah. So the next thing that happened, you came back to the UK after New Zealand, and you started working for the bigger firms in London.
That's right, yeah. There was a big telecoms management business consultancy that also had marketing projects as well. And I worked with a lot of overseas projects with them, so I flew through work this time.
Yeah, right.
And so I worked in Thailand for 80 days 1 year, working with a big mobile telephone provider there. And I had some fantastic experience, really fantastic experience. But in the end, the job became one that really was a bit over demanding.
Okay.
I had projects overseas so much that I wouldn't have had a weekend in the country for 3 months.
Yeah,
I was expected to work through the night on a regular basis.
Oh, man.
And I just bought a house by then and decided to not live in London and live back down in Eastbourne. And so the life-work balance really just went too much out of kilter. So I took the ballsy decision, I think, to walk out of that job and start something new and fresh, at a local level with marketing. Good
for you. I mean, I think that happens quite a bit with people. They get stuck in that London rut, if you like, and it's hard work. And not that there's anything wrong with hard work, but
it's certainly been hard work since.
Yeah,
still.
as well as as well as. So then you came back here and you started working for some local companies.
I did, and I have had a very kind of classic training with marketing degree and good jobs, and I've got interviews and been successful, and it all was flowing very smoothly. And I had a job with a construction industry company here that was working regionally, and some elements were national. And the 2008 recession hit, and I got made redundant, and it was a proper shock to the system because everything had run so smoothly for my career. Really,
this doesn't happen to me.
Yes, exactly. So it was a bit of a shock.
So you're thrown into the deep end at that point. I believe you had a young child at that time as well.
Yes, all combined with actually being a mum for the first time as well. So I had a 9-month-old baby, had returned to work, and on my first day back got made redundant. And it was not what I expected to set up my own business, but that obviously became my journey.
Yeah,
and I'm actually very happy that was the way it turned out.
It was meant to be, wasn't it? I guess otherwise you wouldn't be here doing this now.
I think redundancy sometimes can actually lead you into something better.
I agree. And I wonder, back in those times, 2008, 2010, when that financial crisis hit, I did a similar sort of thing at the same time. I set up a business then as well because I didn't know what I was going to do, and I lost the previous one. So there's probably a lot of people out there that have done the same thing, but good character building and meant to be. So you jumped into the world of sole trading in marketing. So that was when Pearce Marketing was born, I guess.
It was indeed, yes. Yeah. So we've been around 15, 16 years now.
Wow. Okay. And was that tough at the beginning?
It was very exciting at the beginning, and I was very lucky in terms of the fact that I'd done a lot of networking in my previous role.
Yeah.
And so actually I started my business and I had my first customer before I even had my business name fully sorted.
Okay.
So I was very lucky that I went straight into working for a big manufacturer locally in Hastings. Actually, they were based. And so my business started then, but obviously it was quite a scary prospect because I was, needing to pay a mortgage and kids and all that sort of thing. But I really built the business through networking. It was all about developing relationships with people and trying to offer lots of knowledge and be someone you could be trusted for information. And I guess I was trying to bring my corporate marketing experience to SMEs at an affordable level with really flexible service, and that really gelled for people at that time, I think.
Yeah, no, it sounds it, because you still do a lot of networking, don't you? I mean, how important is that? It really is, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously COVID changed networking, and so much has been online. But I think everyone is really delighted to be back face to face, despite the travel benefits and environmental benefits of us all not being on the road all the time. There is something about face to face networking that is beneficial. So. Yes, totally. I did a lot of speaking. That was a big part of my development as well. And I still do now. I do a lot of keynote speaking at conferences and events. And I really enjoy that. And I love sharing lots of knowledge. And I love people, the light coming on and think, oh, I get that now. It's so satisfying to help people like that. So we try to share a lot of knowledge and, be very approachable for businesses, really.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it? Yeah. So going back, it is quite a difficult jump for a lot of businesses to go from sole trader to a business that effectively employs people and goes to that next level. Yeah. How did you find that? How did you do that?
Well, I think I probably struggled for longer than I should have done on my own, to be honest. One of those things, classic thing really, where you stay as a sole trader longer than you should have done. So I did 5 or 6 years, I think, on my own, and had a second child in that time as well, with only about a 3-month maternity, and then juggled things with luckily having family to support me.
Yeah.
And so really from there,
You had a coach, didn't you?
I had a coach, Martin Riley, and I think I may have seen something around that time about apprenticeships, and I was thinking, shall I, shan't I? And I went into a coaching session with him, and he was absolutely brilliant. He does leadership development as well as business coaching, and it really helps with working out teams and building teams. And I went into that meeting thinking maybe I'll have an apprentice, maybe someone part-time. And I came out thinking, right, I need a full-time employee and I need them right now. And, it was just, it was a proper step change for me at that point. And that's when I took my first employee on full-time, and that was 2014.
Right, okay. And now there's a team of 4 of you?
4 including me,
including you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the team.
Okay,
It's important we talk about the team.
It is. They're fabulous.
Yeah.
And I really love putting energy into creating a good team environment. It's really important. We're all at work so much of our lives, aren't we? We want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm totally in with, trying to have good wellbeing offering and fun times together as well. And so Chloe is on my team and my most established member of the team. So been with me about 6 years. And she's amazing. She's grown incredibly, actually, over the whole COVID period and beyond, and now is a real force of her own and represents my business so wonderfully.
She does, yeah.
She's a real fantastic ambassador for the business. And it's lovely because I have people message me on LinkedIn sometimes just saying, oh, we saw Chloe today. She's so fabulous. She's a great representation for your business. So, total love her, and she's brilliant. Managing some projects where I've never met the client, she's
just does
runs her own thing.
Brilliant.
And we all collaborate all the time, so I know about the projects and we all brainstorm and idea generate, but there's some now where she's run it from beginning to end and been the main person.
Ideal employee.
So she is absolutely. And then Kelsey has been with me. She actually came in through one of the apprenticeship schemes, and has completely flown straight away. She's brilliant. She's just absorbing everything. Excellent. She's doing some brilliant work right now with Facebook ads and research, and she's brilliant. She does all of our own marketing as well, so she's doing our reels and our email newsletter, and she's just going from strength to strength and doing her apprenticeship program as well, but has far exceeded expectations. So amazing. Brilliant. And then Emily joined us as well. She's a really experienced marketer. She's got a big corporate background as well, and she's bringing new skills into the team with customer journey and fantastic project management skills. So she just joined us in December, so quite new to us and a great addition. So really excited to have someone with that knowledge to hit the ground running.
Yeah, no, that's a really good, strong team. I agree with you. I see Chloe at networking meetings, and when I first came down here to the Sussex networking, I thought it was Chloe's business.
Yeah,
she's brilliant. That's right, isn't it?
She feels like she's part of the ownership of the team, and that's how I want all the team to feel, that they're part of all the decisions. We make a lot of decisions together. We group interview together.
Yeah, right.
It's really important.
Excellent. One thing I want to talk to you about is how you are different from other agencies. There's a lot of marketing agencies out there, all that offer different things perhaps. And let's go through what makes you a bit different.
Okay, well, I think you mentioned it, I think, at the start, actually. Firstly, from a basic level, we're actually traditional marketing and digital marketing skilled. There's a lot of agencies out there that might just do social media or just do digital. And we're very much, blending those two things together and offering that suite. So that's one thing. I think there's two main things to mention, really, is that we help people get their strategy and their plan together. Yeah. It's just so fundamental to have a plan, because it's so easy to waste marketing spend.
Yes.
It's something that we really like to spend our time on at the start, and different levels with different budgets and size and complexities of business, obviously. Yeah. But, we've all got marketing degrees, and Kelsey's obviously skilling up with her apprenticeship. So we all know about marketing. It's been our full-time career for all of us. So we're not people that have just sort of learnt marketing in COVID or something. This is our strength and our area to help people. So we really try and get that right. So you really understand your target market and the best tactics and how you're going to measure everything. So that's really important. And then that plan, some people want to move on from that and run it themselves, which is fine. Yeah. Or it might be we become like an outsourced marketing department and we help you deliver some or all of the actions from that plan.
Right.
But one of the things that I've had lots of input on over the years is that we're different because we offer and advocate doing customer research.
Okay, yeah.
So we all understand our businesses, we know our businesses well, but actually really understanding your target market and what they really want and need is so important. And there's often knowledge that's useful that you can get hints and tips from for your marketing planning from interviewing your current clients or prospects as well.
Yeah.
But we also have a great feedback tool that we use as well, so that actually for ongoing purposes with clients, we can help them gain feedback from customers that really helps them continuously improve both internal and external activities that they do. And that's so important because the loyalty of customers is just so important, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so with that, as well as then gaining reviews, is really great.
Important.
And by having that feedback, when someone's at the point of being really happy, they're often able to leave a review for you as well. Yeah. And then that helps with social content, and it helps with your supporting your SEO. So that whole feedback and reviews and that whole research piece, and it could be focus groups, it could be interviews, it could be telephone interviews. Yeah. So really varied online surveys. So lots of flexibility there.
That's really cool. I think some people would be nervous to do that.
Yeah, we love it actually.
Yeah, let someone else ring up their customers to find out what they think.
Yeah, well, often it's that third party person who's independent, who you don't normally speak to, that people can be more frank and honest.
True. Yeah.
And you actually get much more valuable feedback.
Yeah.
And I know Chloe absolutely loves the research side of things as well.
Okay.
And we find that just reinforces and helps you really know that what you're doing is the right thing. Yeah. And then you can improve and retain your customers as well. So
that's a really cool approach.
It's really good. And we in fact have other agencies come to us just for that.
Do they?
Yeah. So it's something where we collaborate with agencies as well.
Nice.
It's not competitors, it's supporting.
Yeah. And I like the fact that you really can see the benefits of traditional marketing folded into digital as well, because a lot of digital marketing agencies just don't. And even things like print and leaflet drops, all those sort of things are really important to add into the mix. And
with QR codes and other techniques.
Because they go hand in hand, don't they? Digital and print.
They totally blend.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So the future for you. What's your plans for the business going into the future?
Well, we're certainly working with a wonderful mix of clients, and we always have done. And we're really lucky that we do have lots of local clients, but we've got, through recommendations, we've got people in Birmingham and Scotland, and so we have a lovely, interesting customer base. And I think trying to work with people that are really interested in that plan and have got a budget and a commitment to understanding how important marketing is obviously great as a business owner.
Of course,
to do that. But we still really love supporting small businesses through our support for the local community. So we work a lot with IDEAL and the Eastbourne Chamber, trying to provide business advice to smaller businesses to help them get started. So we really enjoyed that and supporting our local community with that. But then we really like our client base to obviously be companies that are really interested in growing, and we can grow with them, and those more medium companies and larger companies are great.
Right, it's a good future.
So,
What's with the orange? There's orange everywhere. I mean,
the wall is orange there. It's death by orange.
I love it. It's so vibrant and cheerful. It's nice.
It is. Well, that's what we're about, really. Is we are very energetic, and I hope bring a lot of colour to what we do. Obviously, I can't wear my orange today. I'll blend into the background.
To see your face.
But it's nice. Chloe's actually got orange nails today. You might have seen, yes. So she's living the brand as well. Basically, when I had my first logo design, when the business first started, there was an orange option, and I leant towards that, obviously, and we went with it. Yeah. It's evolved a little bit more to be even more orange over time. But actually, some years later, I turned out I had my colours done as a gift for my 40th birthday. Okay. And it turns out that orange is actually one of my colours. So I can live and breathe the brand, and often you'll see me in an orange dress or orange coat or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's meant to be, isn't it? That colour.
Yeah. And it does make us memorable, and, it does make the office a nice, bright place to work.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Yes, indeed.
Emma, thank you. It's been really great chatting to you and finding out all about your story and how you got to where you are. And I think more importantly, your ethos and your outlook on the business, it comes across really positive, and it's refreshing. It's really nice.
Thank you. Well, we're definitely here to help people feel really confident in their marketing.
Yeah.
That's our main aim, and feel that they're doing the right thing. And feel really positive moving forward with it, really, to grow their businesses. That's
really exciting. So anyone that wants any help with marketing, please do get in touch with Emma. All her details are on the Brilliant Business website, and you can go to Pearce Marketing website, of course, or just ring Emma up. I'm sure she's happy to talk to you.
Definitely, we're here.
Yeah. So thanks again, and great to see you, and we'll see you for another podcast soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.